Today until after 4, 5, 6 o'clock, and then the showers and thunderstorms really start to roll on through here. Look for a high today right around 85.
A Missouri Amish man has pleaded guilty to sex crimes in 2 different states. 26-year-old Chester Mast of Curryville pleaded guilty to felony statutory rape, statutory sodomy, and 1 count of sexual misconduct with a child. Mast will face 14 years in prison. He still faces felony sexual assault charges in Wisconsin. His crime involved 5 underage girls, 3 of whom were Amish. It appears as though nothing new has happened in the last decade. Still, authorities in Nevada, Missouri, are asking for the public's help in identifying human remains found 10 years ago. Lab analysis shows the body belonged to a white male between the age of 26 and 36 when he died. Authorities say he likely died between 1985 and 1987. Authorities found the remains in 2000 in Vernon County near Nevada. A new exhibit in St. Louis is stirring up controversy. Bodies, the exhibition, is set to open in October, on October 2nd at the Galleria Shopping Mall. The exhibition features an intimate and informative view of well-preserved human remains, but some human rights groups say the company obtained the bodies from China, and they are bodies of those killed by the communist regime. A doctor with the exhibit says the bodies are from China, but the exact origins are unknown. Small government and low taxes. Rallies were also held in Washington, D.C. and California. Organizers say the events were intended to call attention to what they describe as a big government run amok and to recall a sense of national unity Americans felt the day after the 9/11 attacks. Tea Party leaders say they want a change in Congress come November. State lawmakers make their way back to the Capitol this week. House Speaker Ron Richards says lawmakers will try to override Governor Nixon's veto of a bill dealing with the federal money. The legislation would give a legislative committee control over any money received from the federal race to the top education grant. Nixon says the bill is unconstitutional because it gives a legislative committee greater financial control than the executive branch. But Richards said the bill was intended to make government more transparent. The legislature is holding the veto session this Wednesday. A troublesome worm has ruined the soybean harvest in northwest Missouri. The St. Joseph Agricultural Services manager says he hasn't seen much of such a level of damage on soybeans during his 4 decades in the business. The soybean podworm eats away the pod wall and completely consumes the seed. The late planted beans in river bottomland and flooded ground have been hardest hit. Although the pods suffer significant damage without quick application, insecticide works as well as a remedy. An American woman. Coughenour, here's a look at your local headlines. Former Missouri football captain Derek Washington is in trouble again, this time for 3rd-degree domestic assault. Boone County authorities say they arrested Washington early Sunday morning at his home. Police will not name the victim or say what type of relationship Washington had with the victim. Authorities released Washington on Sunday morning after he posted a $1,000 bail. In August, Washington was charged with sexually assaulting a former tutor. The Second Chance Act awarded $346,000 in federal grant money to a program aimed at helping Boone County inmates get jobs when released from prison. To receive the grant, the Missouri Department of Corrections had to provide a 50% match. Right now, the program gets about $200,000 a year. Officials say the program would not exist after September if it did not receive the grant money. That's all your news for now. The Today Show will be right back.